What's going on, guys? So today I was messing with my Gen 1 HDP50, and I've been making CO2 restrictors, or like trying to make CO2 restrictors, because I want this to have a few more shots, because I have the speed loader for it. And I've been making these to try to get one that works. So in addition to doing, making these things and trying to size one up good, I've been messing with the original Valve block or Valve Restrictor. So this is from my other HDP50. This one I haven't cut into or anything. So the reason I'm doing this is I had 3 power kits. And I have one of the power kits in my TR50, the gray Gen 1 TR50. And I gave the other 2 power kits to my brothers in their Generation 2 TR50s. So the place I get them from is A&S Gear, and they have them for like $25. And I only use the little disc in there. And I don't use the firing pin. And I don't use, well, I kind of use that little long screw thing, but I mean, it's just a long screw, not really worth anything. So I've just been using the disc, but essentially I bought 3 kits. I'm out 2 because I gave 2 away, and I have 1 left in my TR50. And in lieu of spending another $25 or spending another $50 for 2 more power kits to replace the ones I gave away, I'm trying to figure out how to remedy one from old CO2 cartridges, or make one with an old restrictor. So in here I have my modified restrictor, and it's coming along. It's not perfect right now. So what I did was I was thinking okay, this thing's blocking air and it's taking up some of the air chamber. So I chopped off the end of it on my original one. And the original one is in here right now. And the original one is basically missing this back piece. But I should not have done that. I should have just drilled a hole through it. So by me cutting this, it works, but it farts a little bit. And I suspect it's because the valve block is kind of shaking around in there. Because when it's whole like this, the brass cap on the back of this is pressing up against it, and the O-ring in the front is keeping it locked in place. So the one I have in here, I chopped off the back end of it, and I should have just drilled a hole through it. So I chopped off the back end. I didn't have any increase in velocity. It was still getting 5 joules or 6 joules or something, whatever this is with the aluminum balls. And after I chopped it off, I was like, okay, that chopping off stuff isn't doing anything, and it's farting now. And then I was like, okay, what if I just basically this part is lined up with the inside right there. So that weird angled part is this. So the air goes up through this handle, and it's hitting this. And I saw that there's a divot or something already pre-made on this, and it's just hollow on the other side. So I started with the smallest drill bit I have, which is I think it's either 5/32 or 3/64 or something. I don't have any metric drill bits, but I use the smallest ones I have in a kit that I have. So I use the smallest one. And this was hitting around 9 joules or 8 joules with those aluminum balls and my MCS tank adapter and the CO2 tank attached to it. So then I carved out the hole a little bit larger, and I put it up to 5/64, I think, was the next size up. So that was the second drill bit, my second smallest drill bit. And I threw the valve restrictor back in here. And I shot it. And I was getting around 10.5 or 10 joules, kind of. Basically, the speed went from like 190 with the aluminum balls, the 2.7 gram aluminum balls. It started at like 190 or 180. It was getting like 5 joules or something. And then when I put a drill hole through it, it went up to like 220, and it was kind of just staying there. And then I went the next size up on my drill bit, and it went to about 240. Sometimes it would hit 250, but it would kind of just stay 240. And then I went to the third size up on my drill bit and drill bit set, and I think that's 7/64. I think I'll have to check again. I might be going into the fourth drill bit, which may be 7/64, but I'm somewhere in there. I'm not even at an 1/8 inch yet, but when I did that, it was hitting about 10.5 joules, like 270 was the highest shot, but most of them are going like 250, but it is farting. And I feel like it's farting because I chopped the back end off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep using the chopped one and make the hole bigger and bigger until I get like around, with the aluminum alien play balls, try to get around 320 feet per second with the air tank. And then I'm going to take the air tank off, put a 12 gram on here and shoot it and see if I get, at least 12 shots or 11 shots, because that's what my capacity is with the speed loader and this tube. Because I want to carry one of these around as like an EDC or in a car. And I know it's not that practical to reload, but this thing suffers from, it doesn't have like much of a function of reloading unless you have your pocket with rounds in it, and then you flip this over, pop them in there one at a time, pop the follower guide back, and then blast again. But since I have these, I want to utilize them if I ever need to. So that's why I'm cutting these and not just like buying a new power kit. I could easily just buy a new power kit, but I just like to do stuff like side hobby project little things. So yeah, I'm on the third smallest drill bit. It's hitting around like 10.5 joules or 11 almost. I think it went to like 280 on one of the shots, but I'm just going to keep bumping up the drill bit size, trying out like 10 or 12 rounds with my air tank, seeing if I get the farting. But I think it's farting because I chopped the back end off and it's kind of moving around in there. So once I figure out what hole size to go with, I'm going to plug this one in, which has not been chopped or anything. And then I might go like 1 or 2 drill bit size smaller than how this is, just to be on the safe side. And if this doesn't work at all, then I'll just, buy a power kit. But yeah, I was going to film that, but it's just, it would just be me cutting stuff, putting it in here, reassembling, disassembling. It would just be a bunch of tedious, monotonous stuff. So I am probably going to try it with my TR50, my Gen 1, because I save all my stuff pretty much for all my T4E product line. And these are two of these are the Gen 2s, but one of them is the Gen 1, and they all look identical to each other. There's no difference in them. So I'm probably going to try drilling out the core and throw it in the TR50 Gen 1, my gray TR50, and see if this can work without a CO2 restrictor in the handle. And if you could just put this in here, I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm starting with this one, and then I'm going to work my way up to the TR50. The HDB, I feel like this already has a hole in it. So I don't know, widening it out might not do much, because the HDB, the shotgun that I have, is a 7.5 joule version. So I may try widening it out, but I do like that thing to have the power, and I already have the like the MCS tank adapter, and that's like my like last resort kind of thing before going to like a lethal firearm, and because it hits so hard, it's like 50 joules or 53 joules or something. And then this is for the HDR68, the Big Boss TR68 revolver, 68 caliber revolver. It surprised me because it has the smallest restrictor out of all of them, but it's pretty powerful. And this one also has a hole in it already. This was just stock when I took it out, and it already had a hole in it. This is just like if you pull the restrictor out of yours, it's gonna have this hole in it for the TR68 and for the HDB. So I don't know if drilling this out will affect it or make it not work or something. I'm gonna explore that, but right now I'm just working on this, and luckily I have two of them and two restrictors. Cause yeah, I think I might have screwed up this one because I cut the end off and it's kind of rattling around inside the valve when I shoot it. And then yeah, so that's what I did today. So right now this is like my third smallest drill bit cut through here, and it's hitting about 10.5, 11 joules, and it's kind of inconsistent, but I'm just trying this. But yeah, like I said, I could just buy another power kit. I would probably just buy one and then have a restrictor in one of these for whatever one I carry with me. I'm probably going to leave my Gen 2, the orange one, I'm going to leave that one probably with the restrictor in the handle so I can get more shots out of it. And then consider getting a speed loader maybe for that one. But yeah, I wanted to make one of these speed loader friendly and without having to buy a power kit. I mean, yeah, so that's what I did today, and yeah, I'll update you guys on how that goes. I'm still trying these out, but I feel like this is a lot more time sort of to do, and it doesn't work for me yet. I've had not the greatest luck getting this to size correctly and to actually dampen the speed. So I'll still try it, but I'm kind of leaning more toward just drilling out the restrictor that's typically inside the valve block. And yeah, that's what I did, and see you guys next time.